Ronde. You ready to navigate?
Oh yeah, there's the park over there to the left.
See some coasters. I see Goliath.
Yeah, once you see the road.
I do. I can do two things at once.
Oh, I don't know about that, Mark.
Nice location for a park.
Yes and no.
Yeah. Hard to get to, but
yeah, really pretty to be
still
around.
A beautiful area.
Yeah. But they're landlocked too, though.
Yeah. No B&M gigas.
Nope. RMC could come here.
Oh, who's reading that?
Oh yeah, now we figured out what it is. So Mark, where's that sign at? Oh,
there's
right
a gazillion of them.
Right?
You tell. Okay, where are we going? You tell me.
Yeah, where the arrow says P8.
P8.
Yep. Parking lot 8. Stationment.
That's it. Laronde stationment and arrow.
Yeah, exactly. P8.
An arrow pointing up. So that way.
That's an up.
That's an up.
That digital sign over there.
I'm saying right here, Laronde stationment.
Sign, the big digital sign, the one.
No,
over
not
there,
the one back there. The one right here that says Laronde stationment up.
Yeah.
There's an up arrow.
Straight.
Well, there's a road right there.
Maybe this is why you can't find parking, because you can't do directionally arrows.
Up means straight.
Yeah, exactly. Up
well, there's a road right
straight.
there.
This is straight. Not left. That's left. This
is actually right. This is bearing right.
If you're in that lane, straight to the left. This is right. Straight right. Straight ahead. Whoa, 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 whoa. We almost died.
No, we did not almost die.
Yeah,
I saw an opening and I took it.
That Tesla guy just almost died. He
not
quit.
Tesla guy.
He almost got hit. That guy almost. Mark was this close. Oh, we're putting this away.
So we were in the left lane for a little while, and then all of a sudden we did see a sign at the very end here saying, what was it, P8 or whatever the parking lot is, to the right.
Yeah.
But there were no signs before that, and so it's like, felt kind of bad going faster in the left lane, skipping a bunch of people, but we really weren't doing anything wrong. We were just following the directions.
Correct.
So we got over as soon as we needed to get over. This is just a mess, this parking lot. I remember last time, 2 years ago, I parked right across the street from the front entrance. It was like $20. Didn't have to deal with any of this, and there was really no traffic down there either. Just got in my car at the end of the day and left. It was very easy. So yeah, this is just a mess over here.
This is a mess. There's no signage other than the one sign. There's another sign here, but it doesn't tell you to be all the way over to the right. No. So if you do come to Laronde, make sure you turn right and stay in the right lane.
Of course, it's going to be a lot slower than the people in the left lane.
Yes.
But you're at least in the right lane.
Yeah, you're at least following direction and going in the right way.
Not have to cut in at the last second.
Agreed. But it still looks like there's 2 lanes.
Yeah, it widened out because there were 2 lanes before. Now there's 3, so it opened up another lane there, and that's when we were able to get over.
So yeah, just stay in the right lane, and it will open up to 2.
You know, I always pick the wrong lane, so I'm just following
straight right here.
Following whatever.
I'm going right here. And you should have went.
I think I played it better last time.
Yeah.
When I had no idea where I was going.
We're at least.
All right, well now we can just drive right into the park now, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Just drive straight to Monstre.
Straight into the park, right to the rides. So note again, Diamond or Prestige will get you into free parking into Ronde, but if not, Gold is $20, and again that's in Canadian monies. What was it? Silver was I think $49, and I think your daily was $54 or $55. So let's see what we got parking here. Let's go.
Where is the lane marking? Right here. Are they in 2 lanes?
I don't know. Like I would have probably parked closer to
No, I'm in the lane though.
But, okay. Well,
I was following the lane markings.
You do you.
They were not.
You do you.
Alright, so on into Laronde. Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here, and it is now day 10 of this crazy trip from the Midwest United States up through Canada and over to the Northeast United States. Just parked at Laronde in Montreal. It was about a 3-hour drive or so from the hotel this morning, and it's supposed to be beautiful weather out. It's 62 degrees right now, so a little bit on the chillier side. I'll take it after all the hot weather at the start of this trip. Yeah, Laronde, I've been here once, and that was a couple of years ago. Got all the coaster credits. It's about getting roller the coaster credits today. Really only excited to get back on Goliath, and that's pretty much about it. Didn't really enjoy too many of the other coasters, but we'll see how they're riding today, and let's go in and have a good time here at Laronde. Excited to take you guys along with me for the ride as always. Let's giddy up. Always remember where you're parked. A8. I am not familiar with this parking lot at all. When I was here, yeah, I parked right out in front of the park. It was about $20 for parking, I think. It was literally right across the street from the entrance to the park. And since I have a gold pass, that's what the price would have been if I came all the way here to the actual parking lot anyway. So very happy with where I parked, right at the front of the park. So today we had, I think Rolla has the Diamond Prestige level, so didn't have to pay at all for parking here in this lot today. So not sure if there's a shuttle to take us over to the park. Looks like a pretty long walk anyway. But yeah, let's head towards the park anyway. So past the bridge here is a long line that we're standing in, and I don't know what it's for. Maybe walking through security. I think the front entrance is right there, if I remember correctly. That building with the flag on top. But this might be for security? I don't know. So I think we're going through security. Last time I parked down this street and across the street at the end there, it was probably about 500 feet or so. It was a quick walk, and that's where I parked, was down there. So off to the left here is the Prestige entrance, which I am not. I'm gold right now. I will be Prestige next year. Well, technically I'm Prestige at Canada's Wonderland for the rest of this year. But I'm not there right now. But I am gold, so I have to stay in this line. He's back at Laronde. And I'm finally in the park. Went through security. It was just complete chaos in there. Just kind of everybody bunched up while going through security. And then, yeah, there was no indication on where to go from there, so I just kept moving forward until pretty much got up to someone to scan a pass and headed on in. You know, everybody else was just kind of standing around, so I don't know how many people I walked by, but it was a lot. Anyway, finally in the park. I think it's time to ride some rides. Might start with the Wild Mouse first. That doesn't have a flash pass. I did see that Boomerang was closed along with the SLC. At least according to a sign. I don't know how accurate that is, but I'll check it out anyway. So let's head in, ride some coasters here at Laronde. Alright, so I went into the app and there was no add-on for Flash Pass in the app. So actually I had to go over to the Flash Pass services in order to activate the season-long Ultimate. There was a QR code to scan, and then had to log in, and then it was the normal process. But it's not embedded in the app, which is very strange. I've never seen that before. It's such a weird park. Anyways, let's ride some rides, shall we?
Yeah, actually, yes.
We're gonna go to the Wild Mouse first. Yeah, we are starting with the Wild Mouse, and it looks like a long line. There's no fast lane flash pass for this. Let's have a ride anyway. Toboggan Nordique. Nordique, I think. Either way, let's have a ride. Alright, after over an hour wait, finally a ride on Toboggan Nordique. Let's have a ride.
Fucking whacked her once. That was enough. She stayed on my fucking hip the whole time.
Oh yeah.
489, baby!
Let's do this, finally.
Yeah, that Monstre long just as long as it was.
This park. Not bad so far.
So far. Yeah, my elbows are in, put it that way.
This is more of a mild mouse.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hold on. Hold on.
Alright, that was Toboggan Nordique. Wild mouse. Actually not that bad at all. A lot of these get really jolty in the turns, but this was rather mild compared to most wild mouses. Mild mouse, I guess. Yeah, we waited over an hour for it, which I would not recommend. But the line is pretty much the same as it was when we got in it, so I don't think it's getting any shorter anytime soon. I think we're going to continue on and check out the Boomerang next, because that's in this area. There's also this massive wooden coaster here called Monstre. Finally got one coaster done. It is now 1 o'clock. Let's keep going. Got their own version of Jurassic Park here. Alright, so the sign out front said that Boomerang was going to be closed all day. That doesn't look closed. Let's have a ride on this. Oh boy. This is just one of those parks. Sorry, this one's not just Boomerang, it's Le Boomerang. Not like Gold Rusher. Uh-oh. Let's go. Ride on Le Boomerang. Yeah, it's got the best restraints as you can see, so very comfortable and I'd say an enjoyable ride, so not bad at all. And yep, the flash pass only waited a couple minutes, thank goodness. It's time to continue on to the next coaster, which I think was a family coaster if I remember correctly. That's also in this area. There's also a Batman B&M invert clone that's also kind of on this side of the park, so that's probably what's coming up next, those two coasters. This dino area, this is the kiddie area where the next coaster is. It's very well themed here. Nice little dino themed boat ride here. This really is a fantastic area, probably the best area of the park, really. Dino Park. Alright, next coaster is over here, and I cannot pronounce it, and I don't really remember the name. It's Marche something. So let's take a look. This coaster translates to Marche of the Mille-Pattes. Let's have a ride. Some Harrow Mini Mine Train. Now this is like Gold Rusher. Pulling out. Those two. Right on Marche of the Mille-Pattes Aero Mini Mine Train. So 3 down, I think 5 or so to go, I'm not sure. So we're gonna head this way to the left, It's not listing me. Okay, there you go. So we're going to the B&M Invert, which is a clone of Batman the Ride. It is called Les Vampires, I believe. It's the only coaster on this side of the park, and it kind of dead ends over here, so I figured do this now and continue on with the rest of the coasters afterwards. Pendulum ride here called Titan. Looks like it is closed. Into the B&M Invert here, Les Vampires.
Stingray music.
Super far ride on Les Vampires. Front row on Les Vampires. It's a Batman clone. Same layout as all the others I've ridden, which is, I don't know, 9, 10, 11 of lost count of how many seats I've ridden. Short, compact layout, and yeah, pretty darn intense as well. I do love these. Just there's a lot better B&M inverts out there, but it's a decent enough layout. I can see why they cloned it. It's pretty short and compact, and yeah, packs a punch. So onward to the next coaster, which is I think going to be Monstre. There's a weird dead end at this portion of the park, and I have no idea why. Like, they didn't complete like the loop all the way around, so it's just a very odd layout to an amusement park. So we got to backtrack quite a bit, go to the other side of the park for the next coaster, which is Monstre, a wooden coaster. So that's next. All right, how about a wooden coaster? Monstre, opened 1985. Well, one track did, the other in 1986. There are two tracks. They're designed by William Cobb, and they don't duel. I don't know why the tracks don't duel, but they don't duel at all. So they're just kind of operated separately. So there are two coaster credits, and I think the Flash Pass only gives you one of them, and you have to wait in the regular line for the other. Let's have a ride on Monstre. And after almost an hour with Flash Pass, finally at this point, how does anybody get any rides in at this park? This is horrendous. I believe it's one train ops. Is the other side even running? The other side is not running. This is bad. Let's go for a row 7 ride on Monstre.
Yeah, you don't need to see a second train.
Row 7 on Monstre. Oh my goodness, get RMC out here now. This needs to be converted to a hybrid immediately. You can even tell that a good portion of it has been retracked, but it is still rough. And there's one particular corner there, I think the second corner, extremely shaky, extremely bumpy. That was just bad. We did Wildebeest. I still say Wildebeest is probably worse than this, but that was like Canada's Wonderland. This is just terrible, and I think he's saying the same thing. Yeah, the regular line, of course, is probably like 3 hours because it's out the entrance. One train, one side. What is going on with this? I need to take better care of this coaster. I think I'm just gonna sit on Goliath the rest of the day. The SLC is down, saw it up on the lift hill. The only other coaster to ride is Dragon, which was like the indoor, I think it was a powered coaster if I remember correctly, but I remember there's not much to it, it's just a couple laps. I'm gonna have a beverage, sit down for a minute while he rides Dragon. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna ride Goliath the rest of the day. There's a couple hours, I think 2 or 3 hours left in the day, so that sounds like a good plan. Just finish off with Goliath, which is easily the best coaster here, and there's nothing else that comes anywhere close. Alright, we've seen the SLC testing a couple of times. Looks like it might be opening. So I guess I'll have one ride on this. Did flight deck yesterday at Canada's Wonderland, which also does not have best restraints.
They're the old ones.
This is the old restraints. So gotta brace myself on this. Really nice view.
Yeah, freaking blue breeze.
I'm talking about the.
Look, you want some blue breeze?
I'm talking about the view here.
Hey man, high five, blue breeze.
I'm talking about
Hey,
the
there's
rest.
a rope in the water for you.
Vekoma SLC. Ednör Elatique, I think it's called. It's front row. I actually preferred flight deck a little bit more than this. Yeah, that was quite painful, especially the first half. Nice views though from the lift hill there. The water and Montreal. So I'm gonna finish up at Goliath. He's gonna go do Dragon. I'd rather just finish up with as many rides as I possibly can in my B&M Hyper. We got a wave swinger over here, and there's actually a pretty decent sized collection of flat rides here. I saw a top spin, a star flyer, as well as a few others, but I've just been focusing on the coasters, and I really want to ride this. 2 hours left in the day, and I still haven't even been on the best coaster in the park, so have a ride on B&M Hyper, Goliath. Well, it's not quite Hyper size, 174 feet tall, I believe, not quite 200, but it'll do, and it has enough air time, so let's have a ride on this. All right, let's start with the row 5 ride on Goliath. Alright, row 5 on Goliath, and now I'm happy. That's an excellent ride. There's so much floor-to-air time. Yeah, sure, it might be repetitive, but the elements that it's repeating, I love it. So, just gonna keep riding this pretty much the rest of the day. I think I have about 2.5 hours left, so let's see how many rides I can get in on Goliath. Easily, by far, the best roller coaster in this park. So it's time to turn this day around.
Yeah, that's already on the internet.
So I managed to squeeze in about 10 rides or so in the last 2 hours. How do you turn a bad park day into a good one? Just keep riding a B&M Hyper. Very good one at that, Goliath. Hot take, I think I would take that over Behemoth, to be honest. Just packed with floater air, that's all it is. There's one trim, but Behemoth had a trim as well. And Goliath's just fantastic all the way through. May not be as tall, may not be as long as Behemoth, but I think I would take it over Behemoth. I know many of you would disagree, but I love my floater air time, what can I say? So yeah, 10 rides, I don't know how many you'll see in the vlog. I'll have to decide when I'm editing, maybe 3 or 4, I don't know. But yeah, that'll kind of wrap things up here from Laronde. Very, very disappointing park, of course. A beautiful setting here, and I think that also ties into why I love Goliath over Behemoth, because the setting also is beautiful along the water. You got downtown Montreal as well, nice sunset rides there as well. Goliath, thank you for some awesome rides today. So as I said, that'll wrap things up here from Laronde. I'm not sure if I'll ever be back again. I had a very disappointing first visit and an even more disappointing second visit with multiple hour-long waits, even with the flash passes. Very, very bad. But the operations on Goliath were fantastic. Vampire, fantastic everywhere else, especially Monstre. Why is that on one train, one side? I don't get it. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. As always, coming up next in the next vlog is going to be Six Flags The Great Escape. So leaving Canada and heading back into the United States to wrap up the trip at the end of the week. Still many more parks to come, so stay tuned for that. And with that, signing off from Laronde for the last time, unless maybe they'll add a new coaster in the future. Or maybe RMC this. If they do either of those things, maybe I'll come back in the future. But for now, that's it for Laronde for me. Oh yeah, and take care, guys. Monstre gets lit up at night. RMC, we need you.